Hello and welcome to the Lenzing eBranding Masterclass Certification Module 2, Lenzing Sub-Certification. What is in for you? We will start our journey with what the Lenzing Sub-Certification is all about. Then we will focus on the target groups for sub-certification, followed by a detailed look into the process. Finally, we will show you how you can apply step by step for a sub-certification. A short recap will summarize the most important learnings. And last but not least, we will have a look at more tutorials to explore. Lenzing Sub-Certification in a nutshell. A sub-certificate is a separate certificate based on an original certificate. In other words, a copy of the original certificate of the fabric producer, but with a new account name and/or a customized product name on it. Consequently, traders and other companies not actively producing the product, but requiring the same from fabric producers, might make use of this function. By the help of sub-certificates, fabric producers can support their customers with the document they need for Lenzing e-branding service without revealing or exposing them. The only requirement for a sub-certificate is that the fabric has not undergone any additional treatment. Sub-certificates which are based on a grayish fabric certificate can only be issued for the same raw fabric, not for printed or finished fabrics. And very important to consider, the certified product must be identical in terms of yarn construction and fabric weight. This means that there must not be any variations in yarn type, supply chain, yarn count, thread counts per centimeter, and consequently in fabric weight. Who will benefit from sub-certification? First of all, raw fabric manufacturers who sell grayish fabrics to their partners for further processing. For garment dye and denim wash, there are other solutions. Second, fabric mills who can tailor the sub-certificate by including individual order names or order numbers as product name. And finally, traders who are selling fabrics worldwide. Now, who can access sub-certification? Well, everybody who has access to certification module has automatically also access to sub-certification. All companies being registered as fabric traders will get access to sub-certification module. Please consider that administrators of a multi-user account can grant access for other users to sub-certificate in the sense of redeem token, and separately even allowing them to issuing and withdrawing sub-certificates. Now let's have a closer look at the process. In the first step, the certificate owner has to generate a token for the business partner and send it to the partner by email. This token enables the partner to create his own sub-certificate with his own data. Then the business partner logs into his own account to redeem the token and apply for a sub-certificate. He can change the product name during the online application process. Let us look into some use cases. The article reference cannot be changed, but your customer's order names or order numbers can be added to the product name field. Different names or writing for the individual parts of companies are also not a problem. In such cases, the certificate owner can create a token and the subsidiary can redeem this token in its own account to issue the sub-certificate with its own data. Other companies, like traders, can also create their own sub-certificate according to their needs, following the same path. What obstacles might you encounter? If you haven't received your token, kindly check your spam mail folder, as it is a no reply mail that might have ended up as spam. If your token does not work, it may be invalid. Each token has a validity period, which you can check in the email. If needed, please require a new token from the certificate owner. The validity of the sub-certificate is tied to the original certificate, as the sub-certificate is simply a copy of the original certificate. As soon as the original certificate expires, all sub-certificates of this original certificate also expire. The owner of the original certificate should renew the application. Sub-certificate owners should request a token and also renew their applications as well by redeeming this new token. There is no restriction on the creation of further sub-certificates based on a certificate or sub-certificate to allow maximum flexibility. Lenzing considers the sub-certificate as a transaction between partners and does not take any responsibility. If you have any doubts about the use of a sub-certificate, you can withdraw this sub-certificate and consequently all other sub-certificates created based on the affected certificate. It means sub-certificates based on the withdrawn will also become invalid. Please note that Lenzing will not inform your business partners about this circumstance. All licenses based on the certificate remain valid, but no further license application will be possible. What about lead time and validity period? Since no fabric samples need to be submitted, the certificate will be issued within 2 to a maximum of 4 working days. The validity of the sub-certificate depends on the validity of the original certificate. So theoretically, a validity of only 1 day is also possible. Time to summarize. With a sub-certificate, business partners can be authorized to apply for a separate certificate based on an original certificate. The product name in the sub-certificate can be edited. Thus, traders and other companies not actively producing the product can also use this function. The certified product must be identical in terms of yarn structure and fabric weight. The sub-certificate is valid as long as the original certificate is valid, which means the sub-certificate is only valid for the remaining validity period of the original certificate. It may become invalid if the certificate owner or Lenzing withdraws or cancels the original certificate or sub-certificate. Sub-certification owners may issue a sub-certificate to other business partners. Let us now apply for a sub-certification. After logging into your account, you will find the Sub-Certificates tab in the Overview section. Click on it to open further 2 options. By clicking Issue a Sub-Certificate token for a business partner, you create a token for your business partner that requires a sub-certificate. By clicking Redeem a sub-certificate token from a business partner, you can apply for your own sub-certificate. You can redeem the token you get from the original certificate owner. There is another option to create a token. You can find your certificate number from which the sub-certificate should be generated in your certificate overview and create your token directly there. You need to check the box to accept the 3 conditions and then click the Issue Token button. Then you will receive an email to your inbox. Please also check your spam folder. This mail contains a relatively long and complex token number and its validity period. You can also find this data in the overview of your certificates. To redeem a token, you need to click Redeem a sub-certificate token from a business partner. After pressing the button, a window opens. You can enter the token number and click on Submit. In the next step, the data of the certificate will be displayed to check it and to give you the possibility to change the product name. Information about the supply chain and origin of the yarn is not shown here. Confirm the conditions and click on Submit Application to complete the process. The difference between original certificate and its sub-certificate is the header of the sub-certificate, specification of the certification number, which is different from the certification number of the original certificate, and the validity period of the certificate, which is different from that of the original one and shorter than 2 years. If you need support, please feel free to contact our eBranding Help Desk team either by clicking the Need Help button within our eBranding service platform or mailing them at ebranding.helpdesk@lenzing.com. Congratulations! You now successfully finished the certification module CM2 Lenzing Sub-Certificate. Curious to learn more? Find out more about eBranding service and our offers at eBranding Masterclass. Next to various self-study tutorials available in different languages, you can also register for our live sessions or request one for you and your team. Feel free to contact us at ebrandingmasterclass@lenzing.com and we will be happy to recommend suitable eBranding Masterclass tutorials for you. Thank you and stay tuned.